might take the risk and they might start a general war. And then that general war is going to be nuclear. I can almost guarantee every American citizen that might be listening to the sound of my voice that if we go to war with China over Taiwan, over that issue, possibly any issue, but it's probably going to evolve to a nuclear exchange. The Chinese military is much bigger than ours. It's just out of whack. You'd be insane if you tried to retake it after they had taken it. Now, let me follow up by saying, I don't think the Chinese will try that kind of force on Taiwan. I think it'll be a telephone call, followed by subsequent telephone calls from various ministers within the Chinese hierarchy, Wang Yi included. Wang Yi may even be the one who orchestrates it for Xi Jinping. And those telephone calls will essentially say, we will destroy you if you don't shut up and do what we tell you to do. And what we're going to tell you to do is not going to be draconian. We're going to do it carefully, slowly, over time, but you're going to reunify with the mainland. Do you understand that? All of us agreed that it didn't matter who the Chinese leadership was. We all agreed that that was the Chinese strategy that would be employed, and Taiwan was increasingly vulnerable to that two things. Chinese capabilities are vastly better, and our capabilities are vastly worse. So there's no way we would do that. At best, we would try to inflict some sort of attrition on the Chinese forces over time. We wouldn't even contemplate reinvasion of the island. We are a hollow force right now. It's our conclusion that all measures of readiness, and that's training, personnel, equipment, and so forth, in all measures of readiness, the Army Reserve, which is the linchpin of our mobilization capability, is broken. It's as bad, we agreed, it's as bad as it was in the early 70s after Vietnam. The capacity of the United States, sort of like Russia with regard to Ukraine. Once that threat was there, once it looked as if it were existential to Russia, she unleashed that latent industrial capacity and now has directed 8 to 9% of her GDP to that capacity. That excess over the 6 that was going is just for the military. We can't do that today. We have $35 trillion in aggregate debt. Our interest payments on that debt next year are going to be $1 trillion a year. You can't just print that. You can't just say, I'll pay that. Okay. You got to pay it. Otherwise you default.